Well, I don't think your camera could keep up with me because I might get out of range. What I'm talking about is the speed, just backing up, in and out, just this, that's all. This means a whole lot, see? This means a whole lot, see? This means a whole lot, see? See, that means a whole lot. Just able to do this. Able to come in and see a punch and get tagged and back out of range. See, they couldn't do that. No heavyweights do that.
Oh yeah, back up in the building, baby. Throw it up two times, two times. Shout outs to all y'all out there, to all the warriors, champs, students, teachers, men, women, children, and all you great aspiring people out there. Shout outs to the LDBC, the YDBC. Damn, I said the YDBC, the YTBC, the L team, and everybody that's working to make their lives better and to make the world a better place. Kyle L back at you, and just want to give a little shout out. Not a little shout out, but a little update. Been listening to Larry Heard. I did not know that Larry Heard was a brother. Apparently, he's the creator of what they call deep house, or maybe it's deep techno. I mean, I never really was into that type of music. Every now and again, back in the day, you hear it in the club, or they would mix it in with R&B and hip hop. You jam, and the strobe lights always kind of flush with me, so I never really. I mean, I like to see people get wild, from afar. Wasn't trying to be in it, but I like some of his jams. Been watching a whole bunch of old Joe Louis and Jack Johnson fights here as of late. In between coaching and working and dilly-dallying, I've been watching some of their fights, and Joe Louis, I can honestly say, he's a masterpiece to watch. And how he can generate so much power. Joe Louis's stance is the quintessential grappling stance. Elbows in, you win, everything tight. You kind of crouched. I mean, he has an excellent stance for grappling, fighting, for just being ready. You never know where his punch is coming from. He throws everything from 6-8 inches in, and is devastating. His power is awesome. His footwork, the way he, as Ali would say, the way he shuffles around the ring. Old shuffling Joe Louis, but let me see, what's the best word I can use here? It's so tactical and methodically great, and obviously it was very how can I say, beneficial for Joe Louis. Not only beneficial, but it worked against almost everybody until he got up in age and couldn't keep up with the young bucks. But in Jack Johnson, I was watching him. I said, man, this got to be where Klitschko get all this holding from. I never noticed how Jack Johnson, he did a lot of damn holding. And as history says, Jack Johnson was a very skilled grappler, wrestler as well too. And you can see that in his fights. Now, he didn't hold like Klitschko and all the other inside fighting holders where they grab your body and try to double underhook your arms. Jack Johnson would do that wrestling clinch hold where he's trying to control your shoulders, or where he's clenching both his hands on your biceps, or where he's clenching both his hands on the right there in the crevice where your forearm meets your bicep, like in the elbow joints. I was like, wow, Jack Johnson, okay. He was very methodical too. Didn't throw many punches, grappled a lot, tried to get you off balance, move you in position, and he had a funky jab, right grab type of thing going on. I, just watching his fights, because when you study the greats, you get more info.
I hit you 7 days from now, you'll be a week on Ghost.
Cheers to y'all. But yeah, been busy, been doing a whole bunch of stuff. We got a few videos coming down the pipe for y'all. A Wilder accolades video, or a Wilder presentation video. We got that coming up. Got a few more IDWs. And got a few other projects that we've been working on. It's so difficult to, y'all know how it is, man. Y'all know how it is. But can't wait on Wilder Fury 2. See all this hoopla about promotion, manager outfits, the money, A side, B side. Y'all saw how smooth Wilder Fury 1 went down. It was easy to make. Now part 2, after Fury went on his little tour with wrestling and talking about MMA. Y'all see how easy it was just to come together and make this event for us right here in February. I mean, Wilder just had a fight, what, December? And right back, I mean, and it's probably his toughest opponent, if not his toughest opponent to date besides Ortiz. And it just went so smooth. After Fury, how they say shit to get off the pot. After he was, you know, finished running around and running his mouth, they sat down and the deal was made. So it's just difficult for me to go with all the shenanigans of the lower weights, such as welterweight and lightweight. How these dudes are talking about prolonging and they manage it on one. I mean, at the end of the day, we all know, like many of y'all been saying, if two dudes want to fight, they're gonna fight. Somebody might have to take a lesser cut the first go around. Somebody might have to fight somewhere they don't want to fight. But if two men really want to fight, they're gonna fight. Like, I know y'all heard us say it before, but like my pappy used to tell me, one person scared to fight, the other person glad they scared. You know what I'm saying? So quit using Bob Arum as an excuse. Quit using PBC, well, HBO ain't no more. Showtime as an excuse. If y'all want to fight, y'all millionaires, we support y'all with our videos, with our money, you know what I'm saying, with our currency, with our voice, with our actions. So y'all give us what we want to see. Let's see what else is coming down the pipe, y'all. Oh, shout outs to 10 Players. Was on this channel recently, well, not recently, about 5-6 months ago. Got into a little debate with the young man about Bruce Lee, saying that he wanted to fight Muhammad Ali. And I have the footage of one of fourth generational Bruce Lee student who was trained by Dan Inosanto and Shifu Mark Mills. Inosanto being Bruce Lee's first student. Inosanto taught Shifu Mark Mills. Shifu Mark Mills taught this young man. And we got into a debate about Bruce Lee saying he wanted to fight Muhammad Ali, which is true. So, I can't even follow up, what y'all call them, trolls. I can't even follow up these trolls. So, dude, whoever that was on the Players channel, man, look it up, man. It's on Google. It's in, I can't remember if his wife says something. It's in one of his wife or one of his daughter's books. Hell, it might even be in one of his books. Just look it up, man. I can't go back and forth with you dudes. Y'all gonna believe what you want to believe. And just do your research. Just do your daggone research.
The fighter who controls the spear can now function in a manner far over and beyond anything he was capable of before.
I'm going to tell you another fighter who's been at the top of my film study as of late. Tony Harrison. Yup. Y'all heard me right. Tony Harrison from Michigan. I watched maybe 5 or 6 of his fights in the past 2 months. And I'm not going to say surprised. I'm in awe of his skill. I really am. And shoot, I know I say the best fighters are from the South, but man, the Midwest, history says the Midwest. The old great trainers of old, they say the Midwest. But man, they might be right, because woo, Tony Harris, that is a skilled dude. Yo, I was watching some of his fights, and he literally will be in a different stance or use a different defense or a different offense, if not all, in most of those fights. He was in the shell one fight, what they call the Michigan defense or the crab defense or the Philly. He had high guard one fight, was able to counter and slip and parry. I mean, he had the L movements and the side steps one fight where he's able. I mean, Tony Harris, he is slick. He's not afraid of being in the line of fire. And honestly, before I was about to say Harrison, before Charlo knocked him out, I had him up on the cards. But Tony Harrison is very special. He's interesting to watch. I enjoy watching his fights, and I'm going to continue doing film studying because it just amazes me how he's able to just be right there in a power puncher's face and slip and outpoint him that easily. I don't know if he just had a lazy moment with his guard down or he just got comfortable. Well, he's supposed to win that fight, but he didn't. Glad I didn't bet on that one.
Go straight. Make your first move the right move.
First, no fainting?
No
fainting?
I ain't going to do no fainting if you don't do it. That's confusing. Let's just see how fast you are.
All right.
Yeah. But, what else we got, y'all? Up-and-coming fights, you got, Tank Davis. He beat an old Gamboa. We expected that. We expected it to be a little shorter. His first big step up in comp, in my opinion. And, he finally gets rid of an older past his prime puncher. who was in there with a torn Achilles or something like that. I'm waiting to see all these dudes. Devin Haney, he's still explosive and got the juice. Teofimo Lopez, he came back with a vengeance. Lomachenko, Inoue, all these dudes. Who else? Damn, light heavyweight. What's my man name? Marcus Brown, Badu Jack. I've been catching their fights, y'all, but it's hard for me to keep up with them. Hopefully they stay active, but I love boxing, so any fight that's on and I'm able to watch and catch, I'm gonna catch it. But to make this video getting too long, hey y'all stay diligent. Look forward to the new stuff coming out in the pipe. Shout outs to all y'all, LDBC, YTBC, L Team. Everybody's striving to do right. Everybody's striving to fight and shoot. And we out of sight, baby. We'll holler at you on the flip side. Peace.
What if it's his will to beat me, and he do it in a non-professional way as far as skill is concerned and boxing art is concerned, but still do it. He wants to do it, and he do it, but he don't do it in what you may call professional scientific boxing, where he's following the rules and arts of the game, but he does it in his manner.
When I said...
Is that a professional?
A professional. Once a man becomes a professional, it requires a certain amount of experience in order to know all the different facets of the sport or competition that he may be in. In this case, it's boxing. Now, after he acquires these, then he must be professional enough. In other words, he must have the discipline.